Hi guys. My name's Olivia.
I'm Elijah.
This
is my fiance.
We're both
in a really crappy situation. Pretty much, it's our first time moving out. We were like, okay, our room seems cheaper to rent. We had just moved out here to this town, and it seemed perfectly fine. I got a job.
The room was
going
great. It was
we set up this space, made it comfortable for us and our pets, and we were happy. And things were going great. And we were like, okay, there's 2 other families living in the home. This is a good situation, you know.
It was cool. And then
after like a month into living here, we start hearing pretty much the people who rented right across from us. We hear constant arguments, and things just started getting out of hand. Then we started noticing money was missing. Ended up being they stole $1,500 from us. They burglarized our room while we were not home, but thank God we had a security camera because we noticed the money missing.
We went to court and we were trying to like have all this stuff happen.
Pretty much everything is just getting dismissed, and we
just pushed it for like a month straight. And then out of nowhere, yesterday, it's been pretty much like 2 days of 100% hell. We were sitting in our room and we wanted to go and
get a drink from the kitchen.
Just get a drink from the kitchen.
And
this is what we see, basically. Let's just show you what happened in the span of like literally 3 hours. We were gone for work. We came back. We noticed that people were leaving, but we thought that they were just leaving to go to the store or something. They were picking up all of their crap, everything that they had, and they left. And what they did is that they left us without telling us that this was a foreclosed house. That's why we never had to sign a lease or anything. So this was the room of the person who robbed us. First off. Ridiculous. And then as we walk downstairs, you'll see that all of the stairs are full of complete garbage because they decided to get really angry and toss everything off the steps.
And we cleaned it up because we have to bring down our things. Yeah, we're homeless now, but look at what we come to.
So what we ended up learning about was that not only were these people like, you know,
robbed us,
completely evil already, like we knew about it.
Home.
They left us in a house. This whole house, I don't know if you can see it on camera, it's full of flies all over the place. This room is right above our closet. And look at what they did. And then this is the death threat that they left. And it says, this is not the end of me. This is only the beginning. And as we continue to walk through the wonderful house.
Then here's the kitchen. We come to the kitchen to get our drinks.
We just walked into the kitchen now. This is what the kitchen looks like. Let me show you from this side. This is what the kitchen looks like.
And we came down to get our drinks and come to this and realized they stole all our food. So
all of our food was taken. All of our drinks are taken. This is completely empty. Everything's completely empty. They left their dirty pots here. The only thing that we have is this. Great, because now we have to let this defrost for like the next 6 hours so we could even eat. I thought that we had missing spoons and things like that. And this whole closet is full of things that they took from us. We had to break the doorknob because there was no other way into here because they locked the door. This is the landowner's room.
Who gave our key to...
First off, the landowner. Let's not say the landowner because this place was never owned.
We found that out.
We didn't know that.
Police, last night, and they told us that, listen, this is a foreclosed home that you're living in. I recently had someone jump me, if you see my eye, on my way home from work the other night, and it's just been outrageous. And we're in this rut, we have nowhere to go, and we don't have the money or the funds because they robbed us of all our money. And the court justice system is not
they're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything.
We called the police and they said the best thing that we could do is get out of here fast. After having all of our money stolen,
we can't make moves.
We can't do anything. we can't really like do
and
anything
this is
at
under
all.
2 months of us getting engaged. Like,
Yeah,
this crazy.
just got engaged. Wonderful, right? It's a great way to start a fucking life and wanting to have a family and everything. By the way, just so you know, I am transgender. My legal name is what I put there on the file. But this is what happens. I do believe that it is a hate crime because I've never ever.
And we both are transgender, and they constantly living with them. They were constantly
questioning for no
us,
reason,
antagonizing us about our genders, and saying, "Oh, you're a female. Why do you talk like a old woman?" Or just disrespectful things. And speaking to her, you look like a man, and just outrageous things. And we don't have the funds to move out, but we got to get out because the police said we have to leave, or we're gonna be considered trespassers. So
we don't have any choice.
To us, if you guys could help us out. Like, please. Seriously,
please, because we really don't have a choice. And we tried to call all the shelters in this area, and they said, oh well, it's gonna take around 2 weeks to finish the process. Within 2 weeks, with that death threat downstairs, I don't know what they were planning on doing. And also yesterday, it was yesterday, right, when those 2 guys came over here talking about, yeah, before all of these people decided to just up and be gone, because they had so much money from us, obviously, and they were able to save so much money by taking all of our monthly rent and everything. It got to the point where then yesterday they were like, hey, listen, there's a leak. We're just wondering if we can come in the room to fix it. It was two big men. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, maybe like 6 foot something. They were huge, ridiculously strong looking, and they were saying that they were contractors. So I asked, you know, like, hey, listen, can I please see your contractor's license? Because I'm not just gonna let any man into my room after all of this stuff has been happening. I'm not just gonna, you know, be like, yeah, of course. And within seeing these men, you know, throughout the day, we said no, obviously, close the door. And later on that night, we started to hear all the banging. That hole that's downstairs, that's what all that banging was. That was because they were trying to get in here the entire time. And then in the middle of the night, when we wanted to go and get something to drink, that's when we noticed that the whole place was ransacked. And also, before we had even left, when we came back upstairs, we tried to go to sleep, trying to relax, and we started to hear the door move again. We opened the door for all of 2 seconds to try to, like, scare the person who might be outside. And this guy has a knife and a hammer. So we slammed the door shut and we start hearing all this banging on the door. We got so ridiculously fucking scared. We called the police. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, this guy just runs down the steps. Falling asleep last night was barely any sleep. We got 2 hours of sleep last night. We're both running on dry. We don't have any money to get food or anything like that right now.
And we were falling asleep with hammers in our hands. It's just been a crazy situation. But like we said, to keep this short, just explaining our situation, we would really appreciate it if you guys could help us out. I hate being the man and not having the funds or be able to make the moves to make sure she's safe and our pets are safe, you know. We're hardworking people, and it's just an unfortunate situation. And right now we're in the midst of trying to pack all our stuff, but then it's like, where are we going?
Where are we gonna go?
Because now shelters aren't even taking us because of the fact we're a couple, or we're transgender, or different things like that. So,
or we have pets, or something.
Something. It's just something. Or it takes too long,
please,
a month.
In any way, if you could hand us $1,
it would help.
$1, and then go and tell your friends, please. Like, it would mean the world, the absolute world to us, because we don't know what to do anymore.
We don't.
Um.
Thank you so much, though, and
thank you.
we'll talk to you guys.